In one of my early videos, I did a review of my Firefly FFLP Classic Les Paul. At that point, I really hadn't had it for very long, and I wasn't very good with video or with editing. This video and the sound was absolutely terrible, so I'm going to give it another shot. Check out my new review right here. Welcome to Budget Worship Leaders, helping you lead better worship on a budget. My name is Rob, welcome to the channel. The Firefly Les Paul is a great playing guitar. It has a really nice action, it's pretty well polished for a guitar under $200. Full disclaimer, this guitar does not have the original pickups. In my first review of this guitar, I got some negative feedback about the fact that I had titled the video, How to Get a Great Les Paul for Less Than $200, when it has a $350 set of pickups in it. I was accused of false advertising. Although I got this guitar with aftermarket pickups, and they certainly do change the sound of the guitar, I still stand by my original statement, that this is a great guitar for less than $200, even with the stock pickups. I do own a stock Firefly guitar. The pickups are noisy and microphonic, and they feedback pretty easily. I believe that most of the feedback issues comes from the fact that it is a semi-hollow body. That being said, I knew this before I bought the guitar, and I love playing it enough that I still purchased it, and I don't regret it for a second. I use both of these guitars regularly when leading worship in churches with entirely different sound setups, and they have sounded great in both situations. But all that being said, this Les Paul is my absolute favorite guitar, hands down, no questions asked. There is nothing I would rather sling over my soon-to-be aching shoulder than this guitar. If you want to know what a stock Firefly guitar sounds like, check out this video right here. It's the review of my Firefly 338, which is a Gibson 335 copy, and it still has the original pickups. And that aside, this particular Firefly was purchased brand new for $180. The pickups that are in it are bare knuckle Rebel Yells. These are $350 pickups. So for $550, this guitar is still a lot less expensive than a Gibson and even most Epiphone Les Pauls. And with these pickups, and considering the playability on it, I actually prefer this to the Epiphone. The construction of the guitar is amazing for its price point. It has a mahogany body with a veneer cap. The attention to detail is much better than most sub $500 guitars, even more so it being a sub $200 guitar. The binding is very well done, but it does have some small imperfections that are only noticeable up close. There is some visible overspray from where the guitar was painted, but nobody will notice that from more than 4 feet away. The guitar has a beautifully done finish that looks great up close and from a distance. Well, what does it sound like? Here's a few playing examples of this Firefly Les Paul. has standard Les Paul controls with a tone and a volume knob for each pickup. It does have full-size pots for the controls, not the dime-sized pots that you find in most budget guitars. Up top, there's a 3-way selector switch for bridge, neck, pickups, or both. The switch feels good, not too notchy, and it isn't very noisy. If you're getting value out of this video, please take the time to hit the like button. That helps me get these videos in front of more budget-minded worship leaders. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. The Firefly has a maple neck and a rosewood fretboard. It has unbranded Grover style tuners that do a great job, and a well-cut bone nut, which really gives it a pretty good tuning stability. The frets have very smooth faces. There's no grittiness when bending the strings. There's also a lot of attention paid to the edges of the frets. They're very smoothly polished without visible tool marks. The fretboard is pretty flat and has a great feel. The profile on the neck is a lot slimmer than the Gibsons that I grew up playing, and has a much faster action. For the question of the day, do you prefer a classic Gibson fat neck or a slimmer, faster profile? Answer down in the comments below. When I got the guitar, it was strung with 11s. I've since had it set up for me and strung with 9s. That fits my playing style much better, and it just feels better to me. But when I had the strings changed out, I started having problems with the higher notes fretting out. I couldn't figure out what was causing this, so I brought it back to my luthier. There were a few frets that he had to glue back down. I was told it was because they didn't bend the frets enough before installing them, which caused the ends to come loose from the fretboard. That really is the only problem that I've had with the guitar since I got it, and I spend more time playing this guitar than I do with any of my others. So what's the final verdict? Do you recommend it? I absolutely recommend this guitar. There's some supply issues. Firefly guitar sells out almost as soon as they're released. There is a link to their homepage in the description below. If you can find one, I definitely recommend picking it up. I think they're well worth it, especially at their price point. It's a great guitar at an unbeatable price. I hope this video was helpful to you. Check out more of my videos right here.